Alright, this is Andrew Jolly with Jodo Home Inspections. We're here at 3258 Oakcliff Drive in Salt Lake. It is October 9th, 2019, and we're doing a sewer scope. We've got the camera pushed out as far as we can get it. We are about 123 feet out, and that's as far. I'm not all the way to the city line. That is a little bit of a longer line, and once I go through a couple tight bends and turns, I can't always push it all the way out. But we're going to record it and see what we find. Found a couple items. First thing, right here we've got a little bit of a belly where my camera is going underwater. This is an area where it's not going to drain as well. I mean, I'm completely underwater right here, and so this is definitely a flat spot or something's blocking it. Looks like right there, it's right about to the top of my camera head, which is an inch or so. And so that's an area where it's going to have to build up before it drains down. You can see there it's starting to drain down on its own. But that's a spot where solids are going to have to build up before they just drain down. And so that's an area that could cause a blockage and back up in the future. As we pull back, I'm going to be looking for any roots. There's some toilet paper or wet wipe, it looks like. Again, when you have bellies like that, it's harder for those solids to drain on their own, and so it's easier for them to get caught and then to back up in the future. This part of the line is looking good. This is cast iron that you're seeing on the screen now. I did see a fair amount of cast iron. That was probably just a clean out that was added. You can see that hole on the top part of the pipe. That's an access point somewhere in the yard. I didn't see any, so it's probably buried. But it's always nice when you have them, because a sewer company could locate it and then dig it up and use it if they ever needed to. This part of the line is looking good. No standing water here. I'm not seeing any roots. Looks like you could have a little root right there. Can't tell if it's a root or toilet paper. Another issue with cast iron is it'll get very rough and rusty, and that can catch on solids. So you want to do your best to avoid putting any wet wipes down or feminine hygiene products. Anything that you can avoid putting down, you should. Average line's about 100 feet out, and I accessed this today through the roof, and so it's probably going to be at least 120 plus some. You know, we got 125 feet out, and we still didn't hit the end, and so there is some part of the line that we're not seeing. There's another access point. It's common to have them about every 50 feet. That's a more modern standard. Eventually cast iron will need to be replaced or get a liner installed. I think we're coming up the stack now. You do have a fair amount of cast iron under the house, which is pretty common. Big thing here is you have that belly where it's starting to hold water. And since I couldn't get all the way out, I'm not sure if there's a root or something that's actually causing that to back up. It did drain down fairly quickly, which is a good sign, but you did have some toilet paper caught in there, which is not great. It's a sign that things aren't draining on their own the way they should be. One thing you do is have it cleaned now, and when they clean it, a lot of times they'll include a camera with that, like if you have it hydrojetted, and so that's one option you could do now. And that way you can see the rest of the line, and then also just as a preventative maintenance measure, preventing any, getting it cleaned out and preventing anything from catching as best you can by having it cleaned. So I'm going to end this recording now.